Hi, Samantha Reed Omick here at Harmony Pilates, and I'm going to show the progression from mat, side bend or plank through from beginner to the classical side bend onto the reformer with a kneeling version to the short box version, which is intermediate, and then onto the final more advanced version of star. We're going to start with the mat on our side, on our elbow. So initially, relax, let the shoulder come up around your ear, let the waistline sink to the ground. Take a big breath in. As you inhale, pull the shoulder blade out of your ear, start to lift your waistline up. Exhale, push down into your legs, push into your elbow, lift those hips up so you're a long line from head down to your knees. Simply fold at the hip line, like we do in bridging, and sit back down. Inhale, draw the shoulder blade, lift the waistline, lift the hips. So once you get to this position and you're able to lower and lift rather comfortably, we add a variation with some arms and legs. So as you lift up, reach the arm overhead, reach the leg long, fold forward or pike, sit back down, come back up and reach. Fold forward, bring the hips down, come on back up. So another variation, reach the arm behind your back, reach your foot behind your back, come on back in line. Try that a couple more times. And that's bringing us to the full exercise of star. Put your knees and ankles together, hand on the hip, fold at the hip line, and we sink back down and relax. Okay, so after our beginner mat version on our elbow, we move on to side bend. We're going to bring our top leg forward, our bottom leg back. Pretend you're pushing your feet into a wall, your knees are bent. I'm going to use the shoulder blocks on our reformer here. With the arm straight, we're going to push down into the arm and think of just pushing into your feet and straightening your legs out as you lift your hips up. So inhale, pull the shoulder blade down, start to lift your waistline up, lift your hips, straighten your legs, and there's our side plank. Side bend, drop the hips, lift the hips. Drop the hips, lift the hips. And one more time. Bend your knees and we return. So I just want to add, there is a prep for this. You can just start with your knees bent, straighten those legs out, and bend and come on back down. Again, straighten those legs out, and bend and come on back down. Now we're going to just demonstrate a side plank, side bend, beginner intermediate on the reformer. So one red spring. If you initially come up and just squat, you can bring your elbows to the box and press out into a plank and bend back in. What we want to do is pivot here. So the outside leg is forward, the inside leg is back. And instead of putting both elbows on the box, just lean over, keep one hand on the box, and here we are bending and straightening the legs, pushing into the foot bar. So to make it similar to side bend, drop the hips as you press out, lift the hips up as you come in. And there we go. We can add the arm if you're feeling up for it. And we can drop the hips down and lift the hips up as you come in. Lower the hips, lift. Come on back in, pivot back to the box, and we can step down. And now we're going to look at the advanced progressions from thread the needle, side bend to star on the reformer, standing. So we put our hand in the middle of the foot bar. I've got a red and a yellow or a red and a blue spring. We take the outside leg up to the shoulder rest. We're going to bring this leg that's on the floor up and over and press the carriage out. So first, thread the needle. As you lift your hips up, rotate, pull the carriage home with your core and with your legs. Press back out. So thread the needle. Right on. So this can progress to side bend. Can you drop your hips down? And as you come in, lift your hips up. As you press the carriage out, little drop of the hips. A little side bend over, like mermaid. Okay. This can progress to star. So as you hold and stabilize, bring your top leg forward, your arm back. Bring your leg back, your arm forward, and there's our star variation. Can you bring the arm and leg forward and back? Arm and leg forward and back. So come home. Come on home. Put your knee down. Step forward. And we turn